Hey gang, I know it's been a little while since I posted any videos on Mystique, but I just wanted to show you what I'm doing and how things are going. I've been block sanding on the car, in this case with 320, trying to knock down the high build primer and getting it in preparation for sealer. Along with that, I've been working on the deck lid and cleaning out where the old seal was and cleaning up the edges in preparation for primer on the back side of it. I've also been working on the hood, and this repair I had done a couple weeks ago, had a minor dent there, and so I was getting it ready for primer and I found another dent up here in the front. So I fixed that and I'm prepping it again for primer. Now the car itself, and I'll see if the camera will work this time, the camera's been fighting with not enough color change, I guess, and it doesn't want to focus. But I've been block sanding on this side with 320. I've also block sanded the roof. You can see all the debris up there. And I'm getting ready to do this passenger side. The driver's side. So you can see all the black stuff on the panel. And what that is dry guide coat, in this case by Mirka. And basically it's just a powder. And I'll show you in a second how I apply that. But what it does is it gives you something to sand away, because when you're working this and you start sanding it, you can't really see variations in the primer, like if there's any tiny little depressions or anything like that. But when you put on this guide coat, and some people use rattle can stuff, spray cans, and that works too. I'm comfortable using this guide coat, so I apply it and then I block sand it off. I still have a few things to do. The fenders are in primer, and I have to locate the Mustang emblem and the word Mustang that's going to go on the bottom of each one of those fenders. And I don't have a template, but what I have is some pictures from another Mustang that's been sitting close to my neighborhood and rotting away, unfortunately. And now the camera's losing focus. There it is. But anyway, I went over to that person's house and I used my tape measure and my camera phone and took pictures so I have dimensions. Along with that, I also have to add the antenna hole to that passenger fender. So I'm making progress. All the other pieces, the extensions, the front section for the headlights, the grille, all that sheet metal, the valance panels, they're all in primer, and things are coming along pretty well. So once I get this quarter, I'll show you this in a second how I'm going to work this. But once I get that taken care of, I'm probably going to come back and get primer on the deck lid and the hood, and maybe a couple of little touch-up spots on the car. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so like I said, I've already applied some of this, but here's how it works. It has this little spongy applicator thing. You get some on there, and then you just kind of swipe it on. So along with that, I will use a DuraBlock, and I'm using 320. Now you can use 320, you can use 400. Actually what I do is I'm going to use 320, and then I will go back over it very gently with some 400 on the DA, just to soften up the little scratches. And you can see I'm also wearing a dust mask, so make sure you do that. But I'm just going to block sand this. And you can see the color change. You can see it go away. Change directions to a crisscross or a crosshatch pattern. There you can see how deep the old scratches were with the 180. This stuff takes time. It wants to look right. You gotta do the work. Okay, so you can still see there's a little bit there, and I'll continue on with that. But I also want to show you I'm using a round Durablock, because when I get into these radiuses down here, where the quarter rolls out and flares, I'm going to clean with that. Again, change direction. You can see there's a bit of a run in the primer. But you get the idea. Then you can still, I can still see a little texture behind that. It's hard to see with the camera, I'm sure. But you get the idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, hopefully you can see that. Takes a lot of effort. But the end result is you end up with a really nice paint job. And that's part of it. I'm not going to waste time showing you my sanding on the whole car. But you get the idea. And there's still some texture there that I'll work down. A little bit back there. But when I get done, you won't see any of that. And of course, when it has paint on it, clear coat and everything else, it'll look really good. So, I'll make that the end of this video. And as I get further along, I'll show you some more. But there's still, you know, a lot of little things to do to make everything look right. And that's what I do. I try to make everything as right as I can. So, anyway, thanks for watching.